All right, so now we're back in the sequence. And again, we are focused on blueprints and scripting. So we're not going to go into depth in the sort of things you can do with sequencer. That's really for, I guess, for another video. But you know, there are things here. We could have things like fade tracks. You can fade things like the. Oh, goodness me. That's probably a. Let's get rid of that. You can fade in and out of these shots, etc. So you can go from black to clear. Lots of other stuff you can do in here as well. What we're interested in initially, for instance, is like an event track. So we can create events here, and particularly for this one, the trigger events. So let's see if we can trigger some events. So, for instance, you know, we've got this here, and in fact, what we want to do with this one, yeah, we want to add trigger here. Oh, hang on, maybe I did that wrong. Let me undo that. Maybe it's changed. Can we do it this way now? So let's just go to say 4 seconds, like so. And if we click on here now, they changed the way this works. Okay, they made it better actually. Used to have to add sections here. Now what I can do is I can right click. So this has created a keyframe for me at 4 seconds. And this is triggering an event. So if I right click on that, you'll see it says event unbound at the moment. Now if I if I click on the down arrow here, you can see I have create new endpoint. So I don't really get the what they're talking about here with the language of endpoint. Essentially, that's creating a new event. So why they use the term endpoint, I'm not entirely sure. But if we click on that, like so, we get another window, and this is for our sequence. So let's just pop it up here so we can see the whole thing. And this is what we call the sequence event 0. We can rename that. So my first event, like so. And we can kind of do whatever we like in here, really. We can run whatever sort of code we want to run. We can do anything. So again, I guess we'll do the classic print. And let's maybe just grab this, throw it in here. My first event. And again, let's change the color. Make it something more red, and again let it last for 10 seconds so you can actually see it. Compile and save. So this is actually related. This is, I guess, like the level event is to the level. This set of events relates to that particular sequence. So we've got all that. That's all cool. Yeah. Oh, the other thing is where we have changed the playback parameters. That's a 0, so it starts from the beginning. It's all good. Fine. So at 4 seconds, we should see that. I'm just going to close this. We should see that message come up. There you go. So my first event. So what that allows us to do is to call really any code. We can do anything really that we can do in any sort of blueprint using these events. So there's another way to do it. So that's just really sort of general code, what we can do. We'll pause here again, and I'll show you how we can do something a little bit more specific, I guess, to to objects in the world. So I'll pause here and come back in a sec.